So I just spent $30 on $35 on an Uber across town and back home just to get a Shake Shack burger that I've been waiting on for a couple of years. And I figured that me reviewing this particular menu would be just like a perfect reintroduction of myself, as the first time I had and fell in love with Shake Shack was in the Atlanta airport on my way to Texas to start my life over, build a whole new life in a state I'd never been to, in which I had no family, no friends, or nothing whatsoever. So this is going to be like a light reintroduction of me. I do have a more serious one planned, but this is going to give you like the gist of certain things. So this burger, $30 on Uber. Yes, I did $35 on Uber plus almost $40 I spent on my food at Shake Shack, and I'm just really hoping it's worth it. So this burger is not the burger that I had in Atlanta on my way to Texas when I was starting my life over. I don't know how to edit, so that's gonna still be in this video, my little word stumbling. But they say you gotta start somewhere, right? The perfectionist in me is cringing. But anyways, so the first time I had Shake Shack, it was just a regular bacon cheeseburger in the Atlanta airport, which was an experience in of itself. But then about, I want to say, maybe like within a year of me first getting to San Antonio, Texas, because let's be real, we know it's irrelevant. Within a year of getting there, they had the Korean barbecue burger, and it was just so good. And when I say so good, like this burger was so good that the little paper sleeve it come in, when I finished the burger, I was dipping my finger in that sleeve and getting the rest of the sauce, the rest of that umami sauce. So since Shake Shack played a part in me moving across the country and things like that, I figured this would be a perfect reviewing this menu that has come back. Would be a perfect way to reintroduce myself. So let's go ahead and dig into the bag while I tell you some things about myself. So I ain't even gonna hold you. Like I said, it is across town. These are the, I don't know how to say it. It's not gochujang. I don't think this is the gochujang. I think this is sweet and spicy, but it's their chicken bites. I did eat a couple in the Uber on my way back because, like I said, I went across town to get them, and they were very good. So I got these. They didn't have these as a part of the menu the first time. I do have the shake, but it's in the freezer because, like I said, across town. Then we have the fries, the Korean barbecue seasoned fries, Pringle fries. I understand why Shake Shack's fries have a cult following, because they're just so perfectly crispy on the outside and nice and fluffy on the inside. As much as I love cheese, I did get the cheese on the side just to make sure I could give them honest opinion, an unbiased opinion. And you know what? I'm gonna take a bite of these right now. Despite the fact that they have cooled off in transit, they're still good and they're not soggy. They're not hot anymore due to traveling, but they're not soggy. Like when you eat at other burger places, like you have to eat the fries first because they're that straight line. They get mush really fast. But despite the fact that I had to came across town, check sound settings because this mic is new, because I'm a perfectionist. Of course, had to at least get a mic before I did a long form video. It still got some crunch to them, and they're good. Cheese sauce, because I do love cheese, which is why I couldn't get the cheese sauce on them because it was gonna make me biased, and they were in transit and I didn't want them to be soggy. If I am not mistaken, this is Shack sauce. Yeah, good. Never had it by itself. the straw for my shake. Okay. First layer off. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Let's go. So we're gonna start off with the burger that I didn't get last time. I mean, the sandwich I didn't get last time. So the last time I had the Korean barbecue sandwich, I didn't get the sweet and spicy gochujang chicken sandwich because I never really been much of a sweet and spicy girl. Not really my thing. I like my dinner to be one of two things, or what I'm gonna eat, and my main meal to be one of two things: either healthy and savory, or cheesy, greasy, and all that good stuff. And if I want something sweet, then it'll be my dessert, it'll be my cheesecake, it'll be my ice cream. So I didn't get this the first time, so I have the, like, do you see that? The spicy, the sweet and spicy gochujang chicken sandwich, which looks really good. I hope my phone is doing it justice. Ooh, right here, what I've been waiting for. So the difference is, this is going to be sweet and spicy. The chicken, the gochujang sandwich, this is going to be the more savory option. So they have the Korean barbecue menu, has things to fit both preferred styles. Also, don't know how to edit. My little stutterings, they just go be in there, rock with a kid. I say, y'all tired of skits? Y'all tired of perfectly planned and edited content? Let's see how much y'all mean it. And this is, of course, I had to get a double in this because this is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've been hounding them in their DMs for the last 2 years. So it's the umami. It's the umami flavor. So this is gonna be savory. This is gonna be meaty. It's gonna be hearty, warm, comfort food sort of style taste of a burger with the fried onions. And of course I got it in a double because this is what I'm waiting for. And as much as I like to, I forget what's in this. I got fries. I don't know what's in this last container, y'all, but it's been so long since I've had this, and I really want to see, like, whether it was worth the wait. So we'll figure out what's in that in a minute. First, I need to see if this was worth my $30 Uber. You know, typically, like, when companies come out something, the first iteration, by the time they come out with the second iteration, they cheapened up on the quality of the products or the additives or whatever else is in it. So the second iteration of things typically isn't as good as the first iteration, as they've figured out a way to cut costs. But this is still really good. So mind you, like I said, I traveled across town. I got home. I set up my phone, my little kitchen island. This is no longer hot. It's warm in the middle. It's not cold. And it's still delicious. That's how good this is. And I really don't know what's in my other box, but I just... Yeah, I'm happy that I got this in a double. It is as good as I remember 2 years ago. There's a slight difference, but the difference isn't much. I feel like it's not as intense, but that could also be because, like I said, it's not hot. It's fresh, but it's not hot because I got back home. But I'm happy I got a double. Thank you, Shake Shack. If you had to cut corners, the taste, it would have been noticeable, the difference. But yeah, let's see. What is in this last thing? What else did I order? Oh, onion rings. I forgot about those because I'm not really much of an onion ring drinker. Another instance in which I knew how to edit. I'm not really much of an onion ring eater. Let's see. We're gonna dip it. That Korean barbecue sauce, I got an extra order of it. So happy I did that. So I don't gotta dip my finger in that little white paper bag. I'm about to dip the onion ring in it. I was supposed to be reintroducing myself and I got caught up in the food. So, I still haven't tried the chicken gochujang one, the sweet and spicy one. So let me tell you guys like a couple of facts about myself. So the first time I had Shake Shack, I was in Atlanta airport on my way to Texas. I had never lived there, never been there, didn't have any family here. And to be honest, I'm not even gonna hold you. New Orleans is the place that felt like it was calling to me. But when I looked up affordable places to live, it wasn't on the list. And I guess when you take into safety considerations, yeah, it's not necessarily the most. What's affordable isn't necessarily safe. But as a spiritual person, as someone who's big on energy, and I understand that it's probably best that I didn't go to New Orleans yet. As someone who doesn't necessarily know how to completely protect my energetic border, if you will. If you know, you know. So I was in the Atlanta airport. It was a layover. And it was so funny because I got off my Delta flight. And when I got off, I asked somebody a staff I had seen in the airport. I'm like, where's my next flight? And she was like, you go down these stairs, you get on the train, it's going to take you to such and such. Now, me not knowing any better, mind you, I've been on a plane before. I have just never been in Atlanta's airport. I had only ever at this point been in Las Vegas airport, LA's airport, and the airport back home. So I hadn't been in Atlanta's airport. So when she said that, I was like, you mean the moving walking path? And she looked at me like I was stupid. And she was like, yeah, and she just kind of brushed me off. So I went down the stairs and I looked to my right, and it's legitimately a whole subway train inside the airport. So I was like, oh, she really meant a train. So I get on the train, I go to my terminal. You know, I find where my plane is boarding to my next location. And as I'm walking there, I look to see what food spots is along the way. Because mind you, it's early in the morning. My flight was at 6 o'clock. So by the time I get to Atlanta, 9 something, I really haven't had nothing to eat. So I'm looking as I'm on my way to my terminal to figure out where I'm going to eat some food after I know where my terminal is. If you know, you know. So after I find my terminal, I go back to Shake Shack. Mind you, my favorite color is green, and I always have I've always had a thing for some good beef. I go back to Shake Shack. I get me a burger, and it's delicious. And so it begins. So then I get to San Antonio. A year or so after being here, things are going well. I managed to make my way back to Shake Shack, and they have the Korean barbecue burger. So I figured this would be a good way to introduce myself. So my name is Janae. I am 32 years old, and I have overcome so much. Now, this is really a lighthearted video. I'll have a more serious one coming soon. But my purpose on the internet and on YouTube is, one, God told me to do it. And I've been procrastinating because, one, I'm a perfectionist, and two, you humans are mean. Very mean. And I know that I have people out there who would love to tear me down. So I've been kind of scared, you know? I shy away from attention as a trauma response because in the instances from as a young child that I have gotten attention, it has led to traumatic experiences over and over again. But I'm on this here internet and I'm on this YouTube to show people that it does get greater later. Like, trusting in God and having faith and belief, like, it's not a gimmick, it's not a cliche. Like, I'm 32 and it took about 28, 29 years for my storms to stop. And I'm not even necessarily saying they've stopped, because I still deal with a lot of toxicity. But for me to reach a place where I'm both financially stable as well as in a mentally and emotionally better place, like, it took almost 30 years. And we live in a day and age where intimacy is not treated with the respect and the sanctity that it deserves. And as a result, there are a lot of broken homes and therefore lost children being created. And as a survivor of foster care, as someone who was raised without people pouring into her and teaching her life lessons, as someone who's had to learn a lot of things the hard way, I'm on the internet to show you, like, God works, faith works, being kind, but not a pushover. As a people pleaser and someone who's been through trauma, I know it can be hard to understand that you can be kind without being a pushover. Let this be a reminder. So I'm here to show that process. I'm here to show what it looks like as someone figures out what it's like to shift from survive to thrive. Because that's what I'm focused on. I didn't have discipline. I didn't have structure. I didn't have set schedules going up because I didn't have anyone who really cared that much about me. So if you're someone who's been going through it for years upon years upon years, and you don't believe that things are going to get better, I'm proof that they do. It took 32 years for me, but life is good. Yeah. Life is good. And it's only because, like, I have faith in God and I didn't let other people's ugliness turn me bitter or make me a hateful person. So I'm here to encourage you and to uplift you. One of my favorite, do unto others as the Lord has done unto you. And the Lord has uplifted me and helped me hold on to a mustard seed of sanity. You know? So, and that's what I'm here to do for you. So if you've been through the ringer and you just feel like it's been so long and you don't know if things are going to change, I am proof that holding on to God, holding on to faith, putting in that effort in, it does pay off in the end. Also, as hard as it may be, do not compare yourself to what you see on the internet or to things around you. I know it can be so hard, but it's important and it's necessary. When I spent, I want to say, about 2.5 years off of social media, that is when I experienced the most growth. And now and now I'm back on social media, but I don't compare myself to others anymore because I understand that every path is different. And the most beautiful path, the most fulfilling path for you yourself, it tends to be the path less traveled. So, my name is Janae. I'm 32 years old. I'm an overcomer of so much. I thank you for your support, and let this be proof that things do truly get greater later. Bye.